Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I am going to explain Unit 4 of Class 8, that is Agriculture. This is one of the most important units and UPSC asks many questions from this topic, especially about types of soil and other related concepts. So let's go one by one. Now first there is something called economic activity. Economic activities are divided into three types, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary activities you already know, like agriculture, fishing and etc. And secondary activities means manufacturing, for example making steel or processing goods. And the primary activities are ones that produce the raw material which are used in secondary activities for manufacturing. In tertiary activities, whatever is produced in secondary activities is provided as a service like transport, trade, banking, insurance and so on. Now, agriculture is primary activity and nearly 50% of people are engaged in agriculture activities in India. The land on which crops are grown is known as arable land. Now remember these key terms. The first one is sericulture, means rearing of silkworms, and pisciculture means breeding of fish, and viticulture means cultivation of grapes, and horticulture means growing vegetables, flowers and commercial crops. Now let's come to the farm system. In this image, to produce an output, we need an input. In farming, the inputs are things like machinery, seeds and chemicals. The process means the work or labor done, like plowing, sowing, spraying, etc. And finally we get the output, that is the crops. Here the main input is human effort such as storage, labor, machinery and chemicals. Along with that we also have physical inputs like sunshine, rainfall, temperature, soil and slope. All these things together form the farm system. Now let's talk about types of farming. There are two main types, that is subsistence farming and commercial farming. Subsistence farming means the production is mainly for the needs of farmer's own family. It uses a low level of technology and the output is small. Now, under the subsistence farming, there is intensive subsistence agriculture. In this, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor. Since the number of sunny days is large and the soil is fertile, it allows the farmers to grow more than one crop annually on the same plot. The rice is the main crop here. The intensive subsistence agriculture is mostly found in densely populated areas. Then comes primitive subsistence agriculture, which includes shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Shifting cultivation is practiced in the thick forest areas like Amazon Basin, Congo Basin and parts of tropical Africa. These are areas of heavy rainfall and quick regeneration of vegetation, and plot of land is cleared by cutting down trees and burning them, and the ashes are mixed with the soil and crops like maize, potatoes and cassava are grown. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the farmers move to the another area. This method is called slash and burn agriculture. And nomadic herding is practiced in semi-arid and arid regions like Sahara and Central Asia. Here people move from place to place with their animals in search of pasture and water. Now let's move to the commercial farming. In commercial farming, crops are grown to earn money. It involves large capital, meaning more money, and it is done on a large scale. Mixed farming means using the land for growing food and fodder crops as well as rearing livestock. Here the plants and livestock are used together to get more profit. Plantation farming includes the crops like tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew and others. These crops are grown on the large estate mainly for commercial purpose. Now let's come to the major crops. That is, first one is rice. The rice is a staple diet for the most people. It needs high temperature, high humidity and heavy rainfall. It grows best in alluvial soil which can retain water. This point is very important. Sometimes in UPSC they might give an option saying right grows best in black soil. That is wrong. So remember, it grows best in alluvial soil. Tricky questions like this are very common, so make it note of it. Next comes wheat. Wheat requires a moderate temperature. UPSC might confuse you with high temperature, but that's not correct. Remember moderate temperature. It also needs rainfall during the growing season and bright sunshine at the time of harvest. It grows best in well-drained loamy soil. Next, millets. Millets are also called as coarse grain. They can grow even on less fertile and sandy soils. It is a hardy crop that needs low rainfall, moderate temperature and adequate sunlight. Examples are jowar, bajra and ragi, which are grown widely in India. Next is maize. The maize requires a moderate temperature, moderate rainfall and lots of sunshine. It grows best in well-drained fertile soil. And then comes cotton. Cotton needs high temperature, light rainfall and around 210 frost-free days and bright sunshine. This is very important to remember. Most of the time this question is asked in prelims. Cotton grows best in black and alluvial soil. Next one is jute. Jute is as a golden fiber. It grows well in alluvial soil, requires high temperature, heavy rainfall and humid climate. This crop is mostly grown in tropical areas. The next one is coffee. The coffee requires a warm and wet climate and well-drained loamy soil. Hill slopes are most suitable for growing coffee. Next one is tea. Tea is a beverage crop. It requires cool climate and well-distributed rainfall throughout the year for the growth of tender leaves. Next comes agricultural development. This can be achieved in many ways, like increasing the cropped area, growing more crops, improving irrigation, and using fertilizers and high yielding variety of seeds. Now, last part is farming in India and farming in USA. This part is mostly a story-based comparison and it's not very important for UPSC. You can read it once to understand the idea, but it's not much relevant for your exam. So I will stop here for today. In the next video, I will continue with the next part. Until then, like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next class.